What's happening, everybody? Jay Shockblast here, and check it out. From the Empire Strikes Back DLC pack, this is Boba Fett Prototype. So, for those of you that don't know the story behind White Boba Fett, this is the Ralph McQuarrie design for Boba Fett. Actually, there was a slightly different helmet, which you can see right there, that was also designed as part of this, but this is some of the earliest concept, the earliest concept of Boba Fett, what he was to originally look like. Originally, he was going to be like a super stormtrooper, and that kind of evolved into the bounty hunter that he became. I don't think anybody really realized that he was going to become just such a massive, popular character in the lore, especially considering just how little he was in the actual movies. With episode 5, we see him just a little bit here and there. We get to hear him say he's no good to me dead. He's got kind of that robotic voice, and we see him on the Death Star, or I don't know if it was the Death Star or it was just a regular Star Destroyer. But we do see him with the other bounty hunters lining up, meeting with Darth Vader. And, man. And then, of course, we see him in Jabba's palace in episode 6. So originally, there's a lot of stuff about this version of Boba Fett out there. So in the last few years, as the franchise has gotten bigger and older, different companies like Hasbro have been releasing figures. There was a six. I actually have the Star Wars Black Series 6-inch figure of Boba Fett. It was a Walgreens exclusive, and I also have a Gentle Giant mini bust. There's also like a 1/6 scale figure from Sideshow Collectibles. So there's been a lot of stuff about this version of Boba Fett over the years, and it's pretty cool. I think there's something really just visually stunning about just the simplicity of the white costume. And of course that's awesome too. But it is really just a great costume, and I'm glad that they were able to add this in the game. Now, spoiler alert: a lot of people have been asking me to do a video talking about the characters that I wish were in the game that aren't, and I am going to do something along those lines pretty soon here. But at this point, I will say that Boba Fett will be on the list. Now, you're probably wondering, well, I don't understand. We have the regular Boba Fett here, and we have the prototype Boba Fett there. What else could we do? Well, Boba Fett's first appearance was in the Star Wars Holiday Special, and he had like a bluish kind of tint to him. And there is on some of the extra footage they put on the different releases of Star Wars. I know the 35th anniversary copy had a video that was like tucked into the archives for years that featured a sound engineer named Ben Burt showing off Boba Fett in a black and white film. I think one of the editors of the movie was wearing the costume, so it wasn't even Jeremy Bulloch who played Boba Fett in the movies. But it was all black and white, and what would have been really cool if they found a way to pull it off, if Boba Fett had his cape on either version of the character. If for the prototype armor, the cape that they used in that video wasn't actually a cape, it was a Star Wars towel, and it would have been really cool if that was what they used on this actual character model for the game. But prototype Boba Fett is a really great hat tip to just a very classic looking character that is at times almost as celebrated as Boba Fett himself. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but Boba Fett is by far and away my favorite character from the movies, and he's also one of the most popular characters in all of the Star Wars universe, possibly top 3. He might be there with Luke and Vader, in some cases even more. So yeah, man, this is part of the Empire Strikes Back. I'm really glad that TT, was able to put this version of the character in the game. It's awesome. I go back and forth between using both. Excuse me. And yeah, so that's a really good look at Boba Fett from the Empire Strikes Back pack. That came as a pre-order bonus with the game. I believe if you got the deluxe version. So if you don't have it and it's not available to you yet, hang tight, and I'm sure it'll be out there soon. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see ya.